Grace and peace, God's people. Pastor Chelsea Sims of Trinity AME Zion Church, located 123 South Academy Street, Blacksburg, South Carolina 29702, here to give you your first Make Your Day post. Now, I'm changing the series. I'm done with Master Your Mornings. I did 30 days of that. So you can go back and watch those. We're going to be reposting those. And that whole series we will be doing on YouTube. So you can go watch it over there on my channel, youtube.com/sincere the number 2 ND as in second. All right. Hope you guys can join us over there and see our content over there. Now, make your day. The word says in the Bible, this is the day that the Lord has made. I'll rejoice and be glad in it. The concept that David says in that psalm is that, first of all, God has made, orchestrated, planned, and set this day in order. And so I'm going to choose to rejoice and be glad in it. But also, it says that the same regenerative, creative power that God did or started the world with, he put that into us. He made man in his image, in his likeness, in with the same spirit of God. He blew the breath of life into man. So we have the ability to do the exact same thing that God does with us and make our day. How do you make your day? It starts with doing things, theological, philosophical, thoughtful things each day that adjust and make your day the way that you want it to be. Okay, you cannot just allow life to happen to you. You have to grab life by the horns and determine how your life is going to go. Just as God determined how your life was going to start and what was going to happen in today's day, you also can determine how you're going to start and how this day is going to affect you. Now, how do I recommend we start our days? Start your days with little things. I know this is January. This is the season of New Year's resolutions. This is the new year. And in that new year, we make resolutions on what we think we should be doing for the rest of the year. We try and make changes for the rest of the year. I would tell you that the new year, the large New Year's resolution needs to, and there's nothing wrong with making a New Year's resolution, but make that large New Year's resolution and break it down into smaller things. I started teaching my son to play the piano about last week. So I guess last year, I taught my son, I started teaching him how to play piano. And he immediately wants to do big, huge things on the board. He envisions himself playing, chords and scales up and down the keyboard and doing different things. I had to stop him and tell him, you can't take playing the piano on as a big thing. There's 12 different keys. There's thousands of chords that can be played. You cannot just get on this thing and think you can just do it by just being intelligent and just being smart. It doesn't work like that. You have to break it down into its little pieces, perfect those small little pieces, and then you can slowly and surely over time make your resolution happen. Slowly and surely over time, make the little things turn into big things. Slowly but surely over time, make little changes, small adjustments, and those small adjustments will turn out to be big changes. So most chords on the piano are based in at least 2 notes. And that relationship with those 2 notes determines the flavor or sound of that chord. So the first thing you need to do is learn just 2 chords. There's a great jazz musician named Thelonious Monk, and all he ever does is play the piano literally, basically with two fingers, because he took a very complicated thing and broke it down into something simple, perfected the simple thing, and then was able to do something great with the way he had perfected the simple thing. If you watch Michael Jordan, who's one of the greatest players of all time of basketball, you notice that he does about 3 or 4, maybe 5 moves that he does in his game. And you would think it would be easy to stop him. But the reason why it's not easy to stop him is because he's perfected those moves so many hundreds of thousands of times. He did those small movements over and over again until he had them perfected. And that is the way toward greatness. The path toward greatness is through little adjustments in behavior, in attitude, in character, and in habits. And then over time, you will look up and things will be better. For instance, I made a commitment that last year, my New Year's resolution is that I would not under no circumstances speak negatively about any other black person. That I would try my best not to excoriate, try my best not to talk down about any other black person. And so after a while, it began to get hard. But every morning, every day, I started my day by saying, you know what, today I'm going to remember, throughout this day, I'm not going to talk negatively about any other black person. We already are dealing with enough. Then as I went through my day, I would read newspaper articles, and those newspaper articles would remind me of how much we're dealing with as black people, which would reaffirm my resolution. And then slowly but surely, I've made it through an entire year, not talking negatively about any of my own people. And that resolution leads to other areas of kindness and other areas of touching and affecting and dealing with God's people. Saints, we have got to get to a place where we are making our day. And you make your day with little changes. You guys look for a new format tomorrow on number 2, on Make Your Day number 2. We're going to be doing some new things. We're going to be doing some different things. We're going to do a completely different way of production. So you guys should be pretty excited about that. It should be pretty huge. I pray that you all are blessed by this. I pray that it helps you. You guys go follow us on YouTube. Go follow my personal page on Facebook, as we're going to continue to grow this channel and do bigger and greater things. If you can, share this to somebody's inbox or share this on your page. Let somebody know that you're watching this guy and he has some pretty good little content that might help you out in your day. All right, go out there today and make your day. Be blessed.